What happens when two worlds collide? A tech billionaire and a group of rugged bikers, all because of a simple hat. What started as a confrontation in a dusty Texas diner turned into a conversation that left everyone questioning their assumptions. Before we dive deeper into this eye-opening story, comment below where you're watching from today. It was an ordinary afternoon in Amarillo, Texas, the kind of day where the sun baked the pavement and the air shimmered with heat. The Lone Star Diner, a small roadside cafe known for its waffles and bottomless coffee, buzzed quietly with conversation. Locals sat in well-worn booths, chatting about everything from football to cattle prices. And then Elon Musk walked in, wearing jeans, a Tesla t-shirt, and most notably, a bright red MAGA hat. For Musk, the hat wasn't a political statement. It was a gift from an old engineer he'd met at a conference, a man who spoke passionately about hard work, innovation, and American ingenuity. The hat had been sitting in Musk's truck for months. Today, it was simply shielding his face from the unforgiving Texas sun. But to others in the diner, it meant something entirely different. Musk slid into a corner booth, ordered coffee and waffles, and enjoyed the rare anonymity of being far from Silicon Valley. That peace shattered when the diner's bell jingled and 6 bikers strode in. Leather jackets worn from countless miles, boots heavy on the tile floor. One biker stood out, a broad-shouldered man with a grizzled beard, his jacket emblazoned with the nickname Bull. Bull's laughter stopped mid-sentence as he spotted Musk. His eyes narrowed, locking onto the red hat like a target. "Looks like someone wandered a bit too far from Hollywood," Bull muttered, loud enough for the room to hear. Musk looked up from his coffee, eyebrows raised. "Hollywood?" he asked, genuinely puzzled. Bull's boots thudded as he approached. "That hat," he growled. "It ain't just fabric. It's a statement. You sure you want to make it here?" The diner fell silent. Even the waitress froze, coffee pot hovering mid-pour. Musk set his cup down, eyes steady. "Sometimes a hat is just a hat," he replied evenly. But Bull wasn't buying it. "A hat like that doesn't walk into places like this without a reason," he pressed, voice low and deliberate. Musk didn't flinch. Instead, he leaned back, fingers resting lightly on the table's edge. "Interesting," he said, his tone calm. "How can a piece of fabric carry so much weight? Why does it bother you so much?" Bull blinked, caught off guard by the unexpected question. "Because it stands for something. People wear it to show which side they're on. So, which side are you on, Mr. Big Shot?" Musk's gaze swept the room. The other diners sat frozen, forks paused mid-bite, eyes darting between the two men. With a soft sigh, Musk turned back to Bull. "Do you really want to have this conversation here?" he asked quietly. Bull squared his shoulders, jaw tightening. "Why not? People like you don't come out here unless you're trying to stir the pot." Musk chuckled softly. "I came for waffles," he said. "They're good, by the way. You should try them." One of the bikers snickered, quickly silenced by Bull's glare. "You think this is funny?" Bull snapped. "No," Musk replied, voice steady. "But I think misunderstandings usually are." Bull's brow furrowed. "What's there to misunderstand? That hat speaks loud enough." Musk paused, letting the words hang in the air. Then he leaned forward, elbows on the table. "Maybe we should talk about what it says to you," he suggested, "because that seems to matter a lot right now." The room held its breath. Even Bull's companions seemed curious about what he'd say next. Finally, Bull spoke. "It says you're either clueless or looking for a fight. Out here, that hat's got a history. People wear it to make a statement. One that doesn't sit right with everyone." Musk nodded slowly. "That's fair," he admitted. "But isn't it worth asking why someone like me might wear it? Or are you more interested in assumptions?" Bull's jaw tightened. "All right, smart guy. Why are you wearing it?" Musk brushed the brim of the hat. "Because it was a gift," he said simply. "From a retired engineer, a man who spent his life solving problems most people didn't even know existed. We had a great conversation about hard work, innovation, and leaving the world better than you found it. This hat reminds me of him, not politics, just a person who believed in something. Bull's hardened expression softened, if only slightly. That's different, he muttered. But you gotta know how it looks. Absolutely, Musk replied, and I respect that. But maybe instead of judging people by what they wear, we should talk about what they stand for. The diner was silent. Bull's companions shifted uncomfortably, unused to seeing their leader challenged in this way. All right, Bull finally said, arms crossed. So, what do you stand for? Musk glanced around the room, letting his gaze settle back on Bull. I stand for moving forward, he said. For finding common ground, even when it feels impossible. For believing that no matter how divided we seem, there's always a way to connect. The weight of his words hung in the air, replacing tension with something more profound. Curiosity, reflection. Bull nodded slowly. You got my attention, he admitted. So, what's your idea of moving forward? Musk smiled faintly. It starts with conversations like this. People don't always see eye to eye, but most of the time, it's because they've never tried to understand the other side, like us. You saw the hat and made a judgment. I get it. People where I'm from do the same thing, just in reverse. But imagine if we started by asking why instead of assuming we already knew. The room seemed to exhale. The bikers, once ready for a fight, now looked more curious than confrontational. Even Bull's stance had relaxed. You're an odd guy, Musk, Bull finally said, extending a hand. But I respect what you're saying. Musk clasped Bull's hand firmly. Respect goes both ways. Thanks for listening. As the bikers filed out, the waitress reappeared, shaking her head with a smile. Never thought I'd see diplomacy over waffles. Musk laughed, tossing a generous tip on the table. Stranger things have happened. If this story inspired you, share it with someone who believes in the power of conversation. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more stories that remind us why understanding, not division, is the way forward.